Because I'm going to walk through what the process would look like to gift a stake to another user in the system. It's possible that the SEC. So when we first create the stake, we're pretty confident that that would not be considered a security. When we then go to sell the stake, it's possible that the SEC will say, "Oh well, at that point you are investing in money in a common enterprise with the expectation of profits to be derived from the effort of others." So it's possible that at that point they might consider it a security. And so I came up with an alternate path in case that happens. But it's also possible that they might consider it a commodity, in which case this entire section is not really necessary. But it's basically a backstop in case we run into that. So in this case, well, theoretically, if we can't sell a stake to one another, we can still gift it to one another. And so in this case, Jose is buying the stake from buying. Jose wants a stake. He wants 3 stakes of the Pizzeria LLC for the Pizzeria LLC account, and he would like to receive those stakes from a user that has a ding percentage of 5% or lower. Potentially because he doesn't want to get burned. And then Janice has 3 of those stakes, and she would like, and she does a filter and she searches for a user that's interested or that wants those pizzeria stakes, and she looks for a user that has a relatively low ding percentage. Okay. So also Jose believes that the value of each stake would be worth 9 D7 credits. And so Janice is probably also looking for a user that whose idea of the value of those stakes aligns closely to her idea of the value of those stakes. Okay. Then Janice gives those 3 stakes of the Pizzeria LLC account to Jose. So 3 stakes move from Janice to Jose. Now, Jose didn't buy the stakes. He didn't say, if someone gives me 3 stakes, I will pay you, 9 D7 credits per stake. He did not say that. He just said that he believed the value of the stakes was 9 D7 credits and that he wanted 3 stakes. And then Janice just gave them to him. And he owns those outright. Technically, he could walk away if he wanted to. He might get dinged, but he could walk away. And that, similar to the stake creation process, there is an ambiguity to this that makes this not a sale. Jose didn't promise that he would pay, and he didn't promise how much he would pay, and so and even if, and let's go step 4 here. Jose gives 18 D7 credits to Janice. So he does give her the amount that he thought they were worth, or that he said that they were worth. She receives that. At this point, technically, she can still ding him, and he can still ding her. There's nothing that prevents that. And so in this case too, him gifting her the 18 credits is not an agreement, is not necessarily a sales contract, because she didn't promise that she wouldn't ding him, which is what makes it a gift in both cases. So that's the process that we would follow if we wanted to transfer ownership, we'll say, of the stakes from one user to another user. And this may look somewhat complicated, but when you're in the software, it probably won't be any more complicated than buying or selling a stake would be. And in the same way that during the stake creation process, Jose is giving the money, not not for not um, as an investment of money in a common enterprise with the expectation of profit. Right? He already has the stakes. He owns the stakes outright. He doesn't need to pay for that. What he's paying for potentially is to reduce the probability that Janus will ding him, but not a guarantee. Okay, so that's gifting a stick.